Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? Matt here from YoVideogames. Following my retrospective review for Xenoblade Definitive Edition, I intentionally left out mentioning Future Connected as I wanted to give it its own space and review it on its own merits, and maybe for those that have already beaten some version of the original game and are curious about whether or not the extra content justifies purchasing a whole new version. So let's get one thing out of the way. Both Torna and Future Redeemed offer significantly more game time than Future Connected, which makes sense because those are DLC purchases. Future Connected is built into the core of every version of Xenoblade Definitive Edition. It's roughly half the length of Torna and Future Redeemed, but don't let that scare you away, as there is still plenty to love in this fun-sized portion of Xenoblade lore. Future Connected is an epilogue story, and Monolith have never tried to build it up otherwise. It takes a previously cut large-scale area from the base game and repurposes it for a new adventure focused on Melia, a character that got fridged so hard in the main game even the developers felt bad about it. Despite being made after 2 and Torna, Future Connected still mainly uses the same battle system from Xenoblade Definitive Edition, so people familiar with the original game won't be lost. The warning system is gone, as it should be story-wise, and the chain attack system has a new twist. Throughout the course of the adventure, you will discover and do small quests for Nopon Pawn Specters, basically the Xenoblade version of Moogles. As you find and complete their quests, they join you, and the game renders every single one of them following you at all times. You can turn this off in the menu, though. It's actually kind of a lot of fun to see a fluffy trail of Pikmin snaking around the world with you. This is actually somewhat of a taste of things to come later on. More Nopon means more damage and more options you can use in the revamped chain attack, so the game incentivizes you to really go out and explore the world. This design would be perfected later on, but it's a pretty good carrot on a stick here, especially since this is the smallest of the standalone experiences. Since this is an add-on and not a new campaign, you will start the game at level 60, which is kinda nice for a change as you avoid feeling completely Metroided with all your hard work after finishing the main game. They have also very much streamlined gems in this game, so just finding the material automatically makes it into a gem you can equip. The new area on the Bionis shoulder is every bit as good as the zones found in the original game, and in some cases definitely better. It has multiple biomes, as well as a town and a half, really. It also still looks rather nice for the reheated potato of a console that the Switch is. You do also get the ruins of Alchemoth to run around in as well. The story is a nice send-off for the character of Melia, and in the tiniest of teases of things to come. On its own, it works very well. There's no cliffhangers or codas here, just a little something to chew on for those dedicated to seeing Mr. Takahashi's wild ride to its conclusion. You get a little bit of politics and overcoming xenophobia, the trait upon which the series got its namesake, and you get a little bit more introspection from both the main characters and some of the others. It's a very nice package that shouldn't take more than a weekend to complete. The music here is almost entirely new, a lovely new area and town theme, as well as quite possibly the best regular battle music ever composed for a video game. I'm sorry, it's true, I don't make the rules. You also get a tiny bit of legendary composer Yasunori Mitsuda and Mariam Abu Nasir in the credits again, just like Mitsuda provided the ending song for Xenoblade, this time with an instrumental version of Beyond the Sky that sounds fantastic playing over the credits of this game. So boiling it all down, is the extra story worth the investment? Well, that really depends on a number of factors. Whether you played through the original game or not, and how much did you like it. The core story of Future Connected can be completed in 8 to 10 hours, and maybe 20 hours for 100% completion. If you really like the original game, I would say this is a very satisfying way to spend just a little more time in this world. However, if you're interested in other characters besides Melia and Shulk, you won't see them here beyond mentions, really. It's not quite a reunion for the cast, but if anything, more of a redemption for Melia and her character arc and the future of the High Entia that got a wee bit sidelined by the end of the main game. Myself, I was just happy to have a new area to explore, new music to listen to, and new theories to craft. I had no problem paying full price for Definitive Edition because I loved the game, and 20 more hours in Xenoblade is worth 100 more hours in most games. I recommend it if you really like the base game, and as a package deal with Definitive, it is great. Just be aware this is a nice dessert to the main course. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the channel. Later, dudes.